Yes, students, good morning. Now, in continuation with the video lectures based on system of particles and rotational motion, we had completed till conservation of momentum. We had studied about the conservation of momentum and conservation of angular momentum. Now, in the today's video, we are going to discuss about the equilibrium of particles for a rigid body, or you can say that equilibrium of a rigid body. Equilibrium of a rigid body. Yes, students, as you know that what is the meaning of equilibrium? What is the meaning of equilibrium? Equilibrium means to say that if all the external forces acting on the body is zero. If all the external forces, whichever the forces acting on the body, if all the external forces are supposed to be zero, then the body is in equilibrium. And as you know that if the forces are acting on a rigid body, if any force is acting on the rigid body, then suppose this is a rigid body, and if a force F is acting on this rigid body, then the rigid body is trying to rotate, and if both the forces F acting on this rigid body, then this rigid body tries to translate, means from here you can say that a rigid body has both translational as well as rotational motion. A rigid body both have translational and rotational motion. If the rotatory force or a force acting on the rigid body which makes it to rotate, then the rigid body is said to be in rotational motion. And if a force acting on the rigid body in such a way that it makes the body to translate or move in a certain path, then the body is called as in translational motion. Now, as we are talking about the equilibrium, then in the case of equilibrium or in the discussion of equilibrium, we have to treat or we have to consider that whatever the force is acting on the rigid body, that force is equal to zero. So, for equilibrium condition, for equilibrium of rigid body, we consider two types of equilibrium. We consider two types of equilibrium. First type of equilibrium is that called as translational equilibrium. translational equilibrium. What is translational equilibrium, or what is the meaning of translational equilibrium? Means the forces which are acting on the body, are not in the way that they can make the translation in the body, or they have not the tendency for the translatory motion of the body. So suppose I am taking a rigid body. And I suppose that the force is acting, one of the force is acting in this direction and the other force is acting in this direction. Then is it possible to make the body in translational motion? No, not at all. Because with this force, with these two forces, the body will rotate. About this axis O. The body will rotate about this axis O. The whole body is not shifting or not following any path, either circular path or straight line path or parabolic path. With the effect of these forces, the body is not following this type of paths. Only rotatory motion is possible here, no translatory motion is possible here. So the body is said to be in translational equilibrium, and for the translational equilibrium, sum of all the forces is equal to 0. Look at here. In this case also, some net force is equal to 0. Here also we can say that F net is equal to 0. So for translational equilibrium, sum of all the forces is equal to 0, or you can say that summation Fx is equal to summation Fy is equal to summation Fz, and all is equal to 0. But it is not necessary that summation of tau net, it is not necessary that sum of all the torques will be 0, summation of all the torques will be 0. It is not possible, but all forces will be 0 for the body should be in translational equilibrium. So this is the case of translational equilibrium. Now we are going to discuss about another type of equilibrium that is equal to rotational equilibrium. Second one is rotational equilibrium. Second one is rotational Now what is the meaning of rotational equilibrium? Rotational equilibrium means to say that the sum of all the forces acting on the body will be 0, but for rotational equilibrium sum of all the torques will be 0. Sorry to say, for rotational equilibrium, since it is in rotational equilibrium and rotational is the effect created by the torque. For the rotational equilibrium, suppose it is the point a force F is acting here and a force F is acting here. Okay? So here there is the possibility of torque. Means this will provide a torque. That is anti-clockwise, and this will provide a torque clockwise. And due to both have the same effect. So the body will rotate, create a couple and in this direction. So this is not in rotational equilibrium. Because the body is rotating about the axis O. But if we consider this force, like this, it is possible that the body will rotate? Is it any possibility that body will rotate? No, there is no any possibility that body will rotate, because body will move under the effect of the force in a straight path. So here summation of all force is not equal to 0, but summation of torque is equal to 0, or you can say that tau x, summation tau x is equal to summation tau y is equal to summation tau z, and all is equal to 0. There is no any possibility of torque, but forces are there, and under the influence of these forces the body will show the translatory motion, so the body here, the body is not in translational equilibrium. Translational equilibrium does not exist. Translational equilibrium does not exist because under the influence of these forces the body is moving, but rotational equilibrium exists. Rotational equilibrium exists here. Rotational equilibrium will exist, but translational equilibrium does not exist. So we can say that this is discussion about equilibrium of a rigid body. So from these discussions we can say that a body may be either in translational equilibrium or in rotational equilibrium. Either in translational equilibrium or in rotational equilibrium called partial equilibrium. That condition is called as partial equilibrium, either in rotational or in translation, so it is called as partial equilibrium. But if a body is in complete equilibrium, if the body is in complete equilibrium, then neither rotational motion nor translational motion that is, body will not execute either of the translational motion or rotational motion. So these are the things regarding the equilibrium of the rigid body. Now dear students, we are going to discuss about a most interesting topic, that is called couple. And couple is nothing. Couple is the parallel, equal and opposite forces which are acting at the same point of contact or same line of application. Couple is parallel, equal and opposite forces which are acting at the same line of application, same line of which are acting at the same line of application, same line of application. Suppose I am taking here, look for the couple. This is point A, this is point B, this is point A. Suppose one of the force is acting in this direction and the other force is acting in this direction. Now suppose O is the point of application and this distance is R1, this distance is R2 and this distance is AB. This distance is AB. So these are the two forces. Suppose this is force, equal and opposite force. These are the two forces. F force is acting in this direction and F force is acting in this direction, and the line of application is O. O is the line of application, and the position of origin R1. This is the position of A and this is the position of R2. This is the position of A from the origin, this is the position of B, and O is the point of application. So O is the line of action, so it is taken as the origin, and A is the point of application of force F1 and B is the point of application of force F. Both are equivalent opposite forces. Both are equivalent opposite forces. So the couple is given as minus F vector cross R1 vector plus F2 cross R2 vector, and taking F common, F vector common, F cross R2 minus R1, R2 minus R1. Now let us see in triangle AOB, in triangle AOB. So we can say that R1 vector plus AB vector is equal to R2 vector, and we can write it as AB vector is equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. AB vector is equal to R2 vector, and from here we can write that the tau is equal to F cross AB vector, F cross AB vector, and this is the torque is called as, couple. This torque is called as couple. And what you are seeing in the formula of the couple, tau is equal to F cross AB. AB is not depending on the origin. So from here we can write it as couple does not depend on the origin. We can say that the couple does not depend on the origin. From here it is clear. And couple is nothing, couple is a torque, and that torque which is acting or whose point of application is same, and the forces which are the part of the couple are acting equal and opposite. So this is all about the couple. Okay students, now we are going to discuss about the new topic, that is principle of moment. And before the discussion of the principle of moment, I want to say you that you have usually observed that in a sawmill, to lift big blocks of wooden blocks, 10 or more than 10 persons are required to lift, but it is impossible for them also to make the blocks to displace from one position to other position. In that case, they use a technique that is called as simple machine technique, and in that simple machine technique there is a fulcrum, there is a float end, and there is a load end. You had studied about the simple machine in class 7th or 8th also. So dear students, according to principle of moment, when a body is in rotational equilibrium, the sum of all the torques is equal to 0. The sum of all the torques equal to 0 if a body is in rotational equilibrium. So here anti-clockwise torque can be taken as positive, and clockwise torque that is taken as negative. That is, anti-clockwise torque is taken as positive and clockwise torque is taken as negative. Suppose for an example, this is a simple machine I am taking. And this point is called as fulcrum. Where the machine is loaded. Now here the force is acting F1, and this distance is what? This distance is D1, and here the force is acting F2, and the distance is D2. Look at here students, due to this force F1 D1, it will move in this direction, and due to this force F2, it will move in this direction. Okay, so this is anti-clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise. So anti-clockwise is taken as positive, so we can say that F1 D1 is taken as positive. This is torque minus F2 D2, and this is equal to 0. F1 D1 is minus F2 D2, and this is equal to 0. And from here, F1 D1 is equal to F2 D2. F1 D1 is equal to F2 D2, and from here we can say that F1 upon F2 is equal to D2 upon D1. D2 upon D1. And this expression is called as mechanical advantage. This ratio is called as mechanical advantage, and if F1 is applied here, then effect of F1 is at that part is F2 into d2 upon d1. Means something is getting multiplied, something is getting multiplied. You can say that F1 is equal to F2 into d2 upon d1. Means something factor d2 upon d1 is multiplied with the force F2, the force F2. So this is the mechanical advantage we are getting at the other end due to the first end for easy lifting of any heavy weight in the, so it is called as the simple machine, and this principle is called as the principle of moment. F1 d1 is equal to F2 d2. Okay students, so this is all about these things. Now one thing I am going to discuss about, that is center of gravity, Yes students, what is the meaning of center of gravity? Suppose I am taking a rigid body.